think it's kind of exciting that you have a brand new asset class.
This is a short-term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain be for long-term gain.
We're going to have some short-term pain with long-term gain.
Short-term pay for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain. Short-term spike for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain for American consumers.
We may have to deal with that in the short term.
Short-term and temporary.
Temporary short-term pain.
It's going to suck in the short term.
Some short-term pain.
Short-term pain. We have to focus on...
Hello, this is Digital Asset Guy. Welcome to Digital Asset Guy News. So there's everyone using this term, short-term pain for long-term gain. Digital Asset Investor posted or reposted this video. I thought it was funny how that one guy said it's going to suck short-term. But it's kind of funny how these news narratives get started and you hear, you hear certain words and phrases over and over again. So right now, crypto, we had a really interesting day because it was down. And then now in the evening, we started down here around 66 and we just broke 70. It's a little later in the evening. We are in the process of bottoming, I do believe. So I think we're going to have some little runs here, but we may have a surprise, you could call it a crash, a surprise crash back down to retest that low. Still wouldn't surprise me. The Digital Asset Guy is about 2/3 back in the market. But if you look at it, Bitcoin was at 126. We're at 70. If you're wanting to get in, and nothing that I say or show or talk about is financial or investment advice, just my own personal thoughts and opinions and philosophies. Anyway, if you were wanting to get in, you've got Bitcoin discounted down to 70,000 when it's been as high as 126. You've got ETH around 2,000 when it's basically been around 5,000 all-time highs. You've got XRP at $1.38 when it's been up to $3.55. That's almost half price. So more than half price or less than half price. Really good time to buy on XRP in my opinion. Solana, we've got an $86 when it's been as high as $300. Tron is so strange to me. It is so strong. I know there was something weird that went on with their mainnet launch where it changed how the coin was valued, but Tron, it's just so incredibly strong. It doesn't seem like it's bled as much as other things, but you got a 9-cent Dogecoin when it's been up to 70 cents. You've got 26-cent Cardano when it's been above $3. That is the only, I think that's the best deal in the top 10 based on all-time highs. It's Cardano. So here's Paul Barron. He's a really great journalist, reporter on crypto. He just put out a poll. Paul Barron's got 105,000 subscribers. One of the best crypto journalists out there. He just put a poll. Where did it go? Well, here's a poll. Trump declares war on banks. Is the bottom in? 56% said yes, clarity, bottom signal. And then 43% said no, one more drop. I don't know what's going to happen. I could see either scenario. Here he says, what happens first? Bitcoin at 55,000 or 85,000? 64% of the people said 55,000. So really for crypto, usually it's like everybody's bullish or everybody's bearish, but it's kind of in the middle here with the sentiment. And that usually happens at bottoms, but you're always going to have the bears who want it to crash lower. So they start saying, oh, we're going much lower, because maybe they sold they waited and they didn't sell at the top, and they sold, when Bitcoin was at like 70,000. So we're still at 70,000, but they need it to go down to 55 so they can get back in. You never know. For all of your buying and selling and holding, though, this is iTrust Capital, the digital asset guy's favorite place to buy, sell, hold crypto and precious metals. And my favorite way to do that is inside of an IRA. You can have a Roth, SEP, or a traditional IRA. And you can buy, sell, trade, hold all day. And it is tax deferred. And with the Roth, it's already taxed. So those are my favorite ways to pay. I took profits on some crypto outside of my IRAs. I'm kind of regretting that. I even sold close to the top, and I'm just getting back in, but I'm having to pay the taxes, the capital gains on what I did sell. And I mean, it was kind of worth it because I'm going to get some more crypto than I had, but it's a little bit of a hassle paying the taxes. And, it just, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, was it really worth it? I am really glad that I did make the moves I did inside the IRAs because I got way more crypto and I didn't have to pay the tax on it because they're in an IRA. All right, so here is Raoul Pal saying Bitcoin is currently, wait a minute, when was this? March 9th. It says Bitcoin's currently trading at $100,000 discount. He believes that it should be at 160,000.
Followed the map as NASDAQ did perfectly. Bitcoin today should be at 160,000. So that's the discount we are to fair value according to liquidity. So that was the feature of the year. It was a technical year because of what happened. It should have been a lot stronger finish to the.
So I know that this guy, he's a really great investor, and a lot of people follow Raoul Pal, and he does seem to have good takes on things. I don't really understand his logic for saying it should be at 60,000. I think maybe he's saying if it behaved like the stock market, I don't know, but it's not because it's crypto, and it's just not because we're at 70,000. So we are at a huge discount is his point. Dusty BC Crypto, he is an OG. I used to listen to Dusty's channel way back in like 2017, I think. And he has this really unique voice. He's like, "What is up, guys? This is Dusty Crypto. How's everybody doing?" Like, you should check out his channel if I think he's still got his YouTube channel. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he's good. Wow, 226,000. Dusty's been around for a minute. Anyway, so then here's something I think everybody should hear. Ripple is collaborating with the U.S. government and Donald Trump to reshape the future of crypto regulation. It's all about the utility of XRP. This lady, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, head of RippleX Partner Success at Ripple. Listen to what she has to say, and she's got a really cool accent.
The U.S. being very, very proactive in regulatory clarity. And so we do roundtables with crypto leaders and Trump to help design the rules of the road. There's no protectionism that we are seeing. And it's more like blockchain is very open and striving all together. Yeah.
You did. I wanted to make one thing clear for the audience, and I think the clarity would be best coming from you. With the fact that you have done the massive deal with the DLD land department over here, is there any role for XRP over here? How would you separate that with the Ripples itself?
So Ripple is really like a digital asset infrastructure for institutions, including banks, managers, including DLD, and we're doing that through the Ripple payment product, through XRP Ledger, through the RLUSD, so Ripple USD, and the custody. So we have those 4 products, and they are all using XRP. So,
All right, I'll stop it there, but it's pretty interesting talk. You know, my solution to all of the short-term pain and things is just zoom out, look at what Ripple's doing with XRP. Brad Garlinghouse has stated again and again that XRP is the North Star of Ripple and at the heart of Ripple, and I truly believe that, even though the prices, I don't think the price, it's not about the price, it's about what they're doing. There's a difference between price and value. And the value of XRP, in my opinion, is extremely high. It's just the world hasn't recognized it yet. We're in the process of that. Digital Perspectives, Brad Kimes, the founder of XRP Vegas, he shared Brad Garlinghouse's post here. It says, an extremely pointed message from President of the United States to those who are dragging their feet on Clarity, the Clarity Act. This is and always has been about what's in the best interest of the American people. And this is Trump's tweet about the Genius Act. The Genius Act is being threatened and undermined by banks, and that is unacceptable, and all that. I read the whole thing the other day, but I think Brad's hitting it right on the head. And then this is funny. Vet, I've been in the room with this guy at XRP Vegas, and he's some kind of developer on the XRP ledger, but he says, this is my very first crypto Visa card from 2017-18. That's almost 10 years ago. 10x rugged eventually after doing an ICO. That's where the Join the Revolution ended. Be careful when people try to sell you some innovative stuff every bull cycle that supposedly never existed. And be extra careful of the ICO boys out there telling you a token is necessary for their project. In 99% of the cases, it's just a fundraiser for them or for the team. In 10 years, this is all still true. What's changed is just the packaging of vaporware. I just thought that was interesting. I've never gotten into the card stuff where you can spend crypto on a card. I know there's other ways. I've got friends who do it and they're into it where you get like points back, but you get it in XRP and it's like 6%. And then after the promotion, it goes down to 3%. I get it, but for some reason with me, when I'm buying crypto, it's like a big deal where I'm like buying and entering and holding for 4 years or 2 years or even some of it longer, but I don't know. I'm just not super focused on all the little nickel and dimes. I know every little bit helps, but I've just seen a lot of things like this come and go in my 10 years in this space. And so I'm just a little leery on, I just try to keep things simple and invest in crypto and, stack crypto. So I thought this was funny. Blockchain Backer said, when 10x card. And then I commented, for some reason, I just cannot get into the cards. And Vet liked my comment there. I thought it was funny. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. It's not really worth it to me to earn a couple % back in XRP. Maybe eventually if this stuff, the Uphold card and things, I'm not paid or anything by anyone. I'm not even monetized yet, but I don't want to promote anything, but I'm just saying maybe when I see some of these things out for a while and I know they're kind of here to stay and they've got the bugs worked out, I might get into it, but I'm more into the big picture, but I just thought that was interesting. All right, we'll keep an eye on the market. Seems green, but Blockchain Backer was just saying in his video today, it would be very common for us to go back and retouch that low or make a new low. Markets can be really tricky, especially the crypto market when we're bottoming. It's kind of like, we're not going to go any lower. We bottom, like, just kidding. And then it'll go real quick and flash down there. So, but if you're someone new to the space, if I were brand new to the space, I would be accumulating now and just looking at this as a discount, an opportunity. You know, I have friends who are just kind of getting into crypto, and they kind of want a nickel and dime, and oh, if it gets down a little bit more, I'll buy some. And it's like, man, when Bitcoin's up at 150,000, when Ethereum's at 10,000, when XRP is at $10, you're not even going to remember, the couple percent, and if you didn't buy and it gets away, you're probably going to be kicking yourself. So don't let a couple pennies or a couple dollars, blind you from the huge discount we're at now. Buying the bottom is just as hard as selling top. So not financial advice, but just my own personal thoughts and opinions. Let's check out VeChain down here just for the fun of it. Oh, here's this midnight thing. Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, recently launched this coin, Midnight. I have not done my research on it. It looks pretty flat for right now. Week, a month, a year. Yeah, see, it's very new. I know Charles is a really smart guy and an OG in the space. So just wanted to kind of watch VeChain, 0.7 of a penny, not bad. Where's RLU? Here's RLUSD at number 45, and it's at $1. I know that's playing a huge role over at Ripple. That's their stable coin. Just something to watch. All right, I'm going to get you people out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Digital Asset Guy out.